You and Rosaline have been together for a while, which meant you should be quite aware of how she's like. Not a lot should surprise you, and it's rare when you're caught off guard. But today is simply one of those days. The child can't be more than 6, too thin, too quiet, clutching a worn toy as they linger near the edge of the hall. One of the House of the Hearth's younger ones recently arrived, still uncertain of their place among the Fatui shadows. You notice Rosaline before the child does, and she stops. Not abruptly, nothing she does is abrupt, but her attention shifts, gaze softening in a way reserved for things she never thinks anyone notices. She kneels slightly, lowering herself so she's no longer towering. You shouldn't stand here. You're going to get yourself wet. The child stiffens, clearly intimidated. Uh, I'm sorry. She reaches out slowly, adjusting the child's scarf with careful precision. I'm not saying this so you apologize to me. I'm only saying you'll catch a cold. And he nods, wide-eyed. Go inside. You shouldn't be out at this hour. Yes, ma'am. The boy scurries away, glancing back once more, then running off. Rosaline watches him go until he's out of sight, and then she straightens, and she notices you staring. What? You hesitate. This isn't a question you've rehearsed. It slips out because your chest feels too tight to hold it back. Do you ever think about having children? She freezes. Not visibly, but you see it. Her shoulders tense a bit. Her breath pauses just a fraction longer than usual. That's a weird question. I know. I didn't plan it. I just. You were so. kind. I could see it in your eyes. You know, the care that you had for this little boy. I'm not used to you being like this. She scoffs slightly. Children are not enemies and they're not idiots. So, it would be inefficient to treat them as such. That's not what I meant, and you know it. Her eyes flick to yours. Sharp. Then what did you mean? You take a breath. I meant you seemed natural. With the kid. There is a beat of silence. Then she turns away, walking slowly, hands clasped behind her back in thought. You're a fool, you know. You assume I have the luxury of such thoughts, she says. And you follow her, stopping a respectful distance away. I wasn't asking about luxury. I was asking about desire. Her reflection stares back at her, in the water. For someone so perceptive, you choose dangerous questions. I'm asking them because I'm curious. I'm not scared of your answers or what you'll say. I don't want any promises or plans. Just honesty. She closes her eyes, and for a long moment, you think she'll deflect, mock the idea, dismiss it as sentimentality. Instead, she exhales. I used to, she says, and your heart aches. Before everything, before I was, well, I became who I am right now. I imagined warmth, noise, a life that was not defined by loss, a life where I wasn't who I am, where I didn't have to take revenge. You might say I don't have to, but it's the only thing I've got going ahead of me. I don't know who I'd become without that. You step closer. Are you sure it's the only thing? Nothing else at all? It was the only thing. Maybe there's something else. But I have no time to think about it. I don't have the luxury of that either. You have the luxury of many things, Rosaline. You're just not giving yourself the permission. And you're not answering any of my questions. She sighs. You're right. I'm not. If anything, I'm too scared to answer them. I don't want to talk about this right now. Can we have this conversation later? You look away. Promise? I promise. And although you were not satisfied, although you knew that Rosaline was keeping many things away from herself, unable even to confront her own heart, she at least promised you a conversation, and that was more than you bargained for. You expected her to close up and dismiss you. But maybe this would be a chance for her to also know what she wants. And you hope you'll be able to help her. Whatever that end may be. You don't have to enjoy what she wants. You don't have to agree. She just has to want it. And you'll do your best to help.